this video, we will be going over how to make individualized student assignments, meaning students have assignments with their own personal information on it as a level of academic integrity. But before we begin, we're going to go over the four main steps you need to do in order to create the individualized assignments, distribute them to students, and then have the assignments be graded and recorded. The first step is to create your answer key and have a roster that you can run through the scoreboard program. After you do that, you can post the files to a shared public folder, something like Google Drive or OneDrive, to where all of your students can access their own individual files. After that, the students can go ahead and complete their own copy of the file and submit it to the learning management system. That can be Blackboard, Canvas, or whatever you use. But after that, you can download the students' files once they have completed them and turn them in bulk, run it through the scoreboard recorder program, and then you can upload those grades into your learning management system. So let's start with step number 1. The first step is to create an answer key that you want to have your students fill out. This is a sample assignment that is linked in the description below. And as you can see, this is the assignment that the professor wants these students to fill out. If we use Control-tilde, we can see that these are what the professor has entered manually. And this is what the students are going to fill out on their own answer or on their own assignment. So we have like the sum function, all of these, and this is just what these are the boxes that the students are going to be filling out on their own copy of the assignment. After we have the answer key, we have a roster that could look something like this. One thing to note about the roster is that it must be in the form last name or first name, last name, email. So this form or this setup kind of like this. It is important that it is in this setup because Scoreboard won't be able to produce the assignments or record them if they are not in this format. So make sure that when running multiple individualized assignments, you use the roster in the format of first name, last name, and then the student's email. Now that we have our answer key and our roster, we can go ahead and open up the Scoreboard program and start running the files. When we open up the Scoreboard program, the only thing that we need to do differently when creating multiple assignments for students is hit this one generic file for all. We turn it from one generic file for all for name files for each student. It will prompt you to change some of the honesty controls as well, just for increased academic integrity, but those we will go over in a different video. So now we can go ahead and hit this Create a Start File button. The Scoreboard will prompt us to choose the assignment that we want to have the students fill out. So this is our answer key. We hit our answer key. It's also going to ask us to choose a roster. So we're going to hit our sample roster like so. And again, the roster will also be linked in the description below for you to follow along. And then it prompts you to choose a saved location. You want to save it to a new folder. We'll call this one Individualized Assignments. Okay. And that is where all of the individual student assignments are going to go and be saved all in one location. So then the Scoreboard program is going to go ahead and generate all of these individual student assignments. And it is recommended that you don't open up anything else or close anything. Just let the computer generate the assignments, and we will see you once all of the assignments have been generated. Once the program has generated all of the students' assignments, you will get a text box with something like this saying that it has been a success, that all 10 of your files have created and they have come from the answer key of SC1 Beginner and the roster of Sample Roster. It will also give you a total runtime, and all you have to do is hit OK. Now we can pull up the folder that all of the assignments have been saved to, and we see that they are all right here. So this is the entirety of step 1, and now we will be moving on to step 2, which is posting all of these files for your students to access in a shared location. You can do this in a multitude of ways, such as OneDrive or any other shared platform that your university uses, but I'm going to use Google Drive. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to hit New in your Google Drive and hit Folder Upload. This is going to prompt you to select a folder from your desktop or anywhere on your computer, and you're just going to pick the folder that the individualized assignments are in. So you're going to hit Upload. It's going to ask you if you want to upload all of the files, and you are going to hit Yep, we want to upload all of them. It is going to create a folder for you, the same name as the one on your desktop or the one saved to your computer, and then it is going to start uploading all of the individual files to this folder. Once all 10 files have been uploaded successfully, it will look something like this. As you can see, it has all of the titles of the students and as well as the name of the assignment. One thing that is super important is when you direct students to this Google Drive folder, you want to make sure that the students pick the assignment correlating to their name. So B. Whitwell will choose this assignment, A. Tarling will choose this assignment. Just make sure that the students click the assignment that was generated for them. In order to share this folder with your students, all you're going to do is hit this little drop-down arrow, hit Share, Copy Link. And that will copy the link for you, and the students will have access to come in here and download these files. Once these students have downloaded their start file, they can go ahead and start working on the assignment and completing it to the best of their ability. And once they are complete, they can go ahead and turn it into the learning management system, which would complete step number 3. After the students have all turned in their assignments, the professor can bulk download all of the individual assignments to their computer from their learning management system. And after that, they are going to want to open back up the scoreboard program and go over to the recorder tab. This is the grade recorder for scoreboard. As you can see, you can adjust the points here for the number of points the assignment is going to be worth, as well as the learning management system that you use, whether that be ISMS, Canvas, or Blackboard. So once you have everything sorted the way you want, all you have to do is hit the record grade button. It's going to prompt you to choose the completed assignment or assignments to record the grades. You want to choose every assignment in this entire folder. So all of these, hit OK. And then the scoreboard program is going to prompt you to choose a save location. In this instance, we want to go ahead and replace the assignments that the student submitted so that we can redistribute the assignments if needed so the students can see how they did on the assignment. So we just hit this folder here, the Individualized Assignments folder, and hit OK. The scoreboard program is now going to go through all of the assignments and grade them, and once that is done, it will bring up something that looks like this. It will have the answer key file name, the student file name, so you can make sure they've turned in their assignment that correlates to them, the student, their email, and then whether it is your learning management system takes the grade percentage, you can copy paste these 2 rows and upload that into the learning management system, or if it takes the points, you can upload these 2 bulk upload these back into the learning management system if it takes points instead of percentages. One thing to note is you don't have to re-upload the files that have been graded by the recorder program back into the learning management system. You can just upload these 2 columns or these 2 columns unless you are doing a test where the students couldn't see their feedback while taking the exam. If you want to have students have the opportunity to look through that, you can go ahead and re-upload the individual start files back into the learning management system that the recorder program has already gone through and graded. So to recap, in order to make individualized student assignments, there are 4 main steps. The first is to create an answer key and a roster and then run that through the scoreboard program. The second is to post the files the individual files to a shared public folder and guide your students to pick on the file that corresponds with their information. The third is the students can go ahead and complete their own copy and submit it to your learning management system. From there, the fourth step is the professor downloads in bulk those individualized files, runs it through the recorder program, and then uploads those grades back into the learning management system. We hope that this video has been informative and helpful, and that this feature of Scoreboard really helps limit the amount of time you spend grading assignments.